Hi, and welcome to my third episode of my first ever Let's Play with REFORJ. I am currently hiding from all the tunneler scouts because I decided to start in the middle of the night. What a genius. This is an experimental series where I learn what the heck a microphone is and how to use one. Oop. That's why I've decided not to use the standing microphone I tried last time, and I'm back to my tried and true headset. Anyway, this part is all scripted, so I remember how to intro. Now let's get to the freeform stuff and learn a little bit about corners, just as soon as the sun rises. Ah, there we go. The sun's coming out, the tunneler scouts are going away. Ah, relaxing. Okay, first thing I need to do is get myself a new item in the game. If I get to the right one. An aura campfire. Oh, but I need a lot of aura. Well, my first thing to do is to get a lot of aura. Kiwi, come here. Ooh, you know what I just remembered? We can add in some corners now. So we can make a really nice, really smooth texture by snipping the corners and trimming the fat. So not only do we have corners, but we've got a brand new item which I'm going to make right now in front of everyone. People and kiwis, let me introduce you to the aura campfire. Ta-da! Okay, that was a little anticlimactic, but if I put it on my hotbar and we put it in my hobbit home, I think it'll fit beautifully there. And then I interact with it, and this is now where I live. Okay, so if I want to build up a castle, or at least the beginnings of a castle, I'm going to need... Then there's only one thing to do. It's time to go mining. Oh. Oh, hello. What's that? That's very strange. Oh my gosh, that's like a half slab. Like the top end. That's really weird. Well, those are weird too. Wow. I wonder if I can do that. What with the corners updating. These are in my way, out the way. Okay, place sandstone, slab. Now let's see if I can turn this into that top half slab slanted. No, not that way. Oh. Oh. Hey devs. Reginald, there you are. Oh, Reginald, you should know that all your friends, they keep trying to hurt me. Reginald. No, Reginald, I'm trying to talk to you. Reginald, could you tell your friends not to keep hurting me, please? I don't have that much aura. Okay, thank you. Bye, Reginald. Okay, so now that Reginald is going to tell all the other tunneler scouts to behave themselves, and in the dead of night... Ooh. Pretty. In the dead of night, it is time to start building the first tower of our castle. Let's go! Hello, this is Ray in the editing studio, going back and commenting over the top of this little montage. Hopefully that sounds alright. And so, the idea behind this okay, as I do some deleting, I'm just trying to build a circle base and then we're building up a single tower. What I really should be doing is looking at references. But that's not something I'm well known for, which is a proper shame. You should absolutely use references where you can. Okay, there might be a little bit of dead air in here. As I build up, I'm going to be working in a gradient. This is sort of... I don't really know the why behind it, and I really should learn the why, but it's inspired by certain members of the Hermitcraft Let's Play series of Minecraft. Really enjoy that series. I've got a few absolute favourite people over there, but I won't say who I do or don't like because, well, there's no one I don't like, really. Okay, so I ran out of materials. I needed to move on to something else. And I couldn't keep going off and finding the open air mines. I kept forgetting where I was placing them. So I'm making a proper mine shaft. This is where I'm going to be digging down and actually performing all my mining materials from here on to get the stone, the marble, gravel, things like that. But I needed something nice. I'm going to attempt to shape it a little bit to make it more interesting. I can't say I particularly achieved what I was going for here, especially as you go further in, it looks a bit mismatched, but it's interesting enough. And it serves the purpose for looking good from the outside. Because once you're inside, you're in the deep dark and it doesn't matter. Wow, I'm watching this back and I'm really slow at building, aren't I? Really enjoying the new corners. I think that's a very clever mechanic. And I really hope they add more dynamic sculpting tools, sculpting abilities in the future. Which I'm very sure they will, based on the natural generation that I found in the caves. What are you doing in here, little kitty? No, really, what are you doing in here? How did you get here? Oh. Kitty? Silly Kibi. Well, enjoy your new subterranean home. It's me again, Editing Ton, back at it, giving you the sort of insights into my brain right now. What would have been a good idea is to note down what my brain was thinking at the time. But I needed an entrance to the tower. I couldn't keep pillaring up from the outside. It was going to become annoying to dig up, dig down, and back and forth. So I'm building myself an entrance so I can have a way up and down. And it will help out in the future anyway. As for the design, the limitations on the block palette means that I'm trying to go for something interesting, but I don't have a huge wealth of interesting blocks. I really like these snow blocks. I think they can be really exciting in bigger, more complicated fields. But I'm trying them out here, and I wanna know what you think. Do you like this idea of block placement as sort of like a door frame, a nice polished entranceway, very clear and defined? Or do you think that's a really bad idea for a castle because they're supposed to be defensible positions? You don't exactly need to alert the enemy as to where to enter the castle from. Also, I still really like the use of the 3 mining tool. That made chopping that down so much quicker. I like how these corners fit in. Yes, very good. Okay, I've been doing a bit more building, and we're back to starting to build at night again. You know how much I love showing off the world at night. And I'm just working on the last bits of the main bit of gradient I've got going on. But this isn't the only bit of gradient, or rather the only bit of shading working I'm doing. The idea is to start dark and then end up light towards the top. It draws your eye upwards and makes the building, in theory, look taller. Even though it's not a huge amount of height, it should give it that extra sort of direction for your eye. When doing a recording, it's usually a good idea to make sure you're actually recording and that you haven't wasted the past half an hour with the red light not on. Oh well, most of this has been mining anyway. I've been trying to find stuff. It's been a while since I've been on and enjoyed this lovely landscape, building my castle. Unfortunately, I've been busy. As much as I'd love to do something like this full time, that is not on the cards for me, I think. I'm okay with that. Just means it's going to take a while for me to do full things like this. I'm gonna try and be clever, but I think I've already messed up. Hang on, I can do this. Reginald, you better not be starting trouble down there. My gosh, Reginald, you're so loud. Be like the kiwi, it's so quiet. just like that, a castle is born. Oh, well, a tower is anyway. As the sun rises and I climb my tower, I'm left wondering, what is it that people do in these videos? How do people make things interesting? Right now, all I've got is some building, some creating. There's not much to fight, there's not much to do. I could go exploring and see some beautiful landscapes. So my question is, what do you want to see? Do you want to see me do time lapses of builds? Do you want me to talk to Reginald more? That's not Reginald, by the way. It looks like Reginald, it's not Reginald. Trust me, I know the difference. What is it you want me to do? Because if I have my way, which technically I do, then I'm just going to keep building, doing these little time lapses, montages of me building. I'm not an entertainer, but maybe we can learn how to be together. So I'm going home, back to the Hobbit hole, where I'm going to say goodbye, farewell. I hope you enjoyed the video. The tunnel scouts are very loud, and goodbye, Johnny.